awesome, isn't she, Lara Scando? We're going to speak to her a little bit more a little later on the show in around about 15 minutes. Lebanon on Monday, raising money for Tamana, a special charity which helps make the wishes come true of children with critical illnesses. Make sure you go along. Tickets available from Virgin Ticketing. It would be amazing to see you there. So we're going to get some LMFAO on real soon, Black Eyed Peas and Rihanna, and then we're back in conversation with the lovely Lara Scando. With Lara Scando right now, and Lara, what I want to ask is, do you ever Google yourself?
Actually, I'm not ashamed to say that I do Google myself, not all the time at all, because I'm actually the type of person that I get very scared of, what will pop up. I take bad criticism and the good ones as well. I try to concentrate on the good stuff. I don't sit down and just Google myself randomly, but from time to time,
3 in the morning, just clicking your mouse.
But I mean, when Chains first came out, that's all I did.
Yeah.
I seriously, like, for the first 3 days, I would just sit down and I just wanted to, know what people were saying. I wanted to know if there were websites that were writing about it and all that. So I do it from time to time. But I usually get very scared before I do it.
Well, if you do Google yourself, you've probably seen that online you were in the top 100 sexiest Arab women poll. Is that kind of, because you're kind of blushing now, was that kind of was it kind of a compliment, or was it a little bit strange? Because you're at number 2.
I was number 2.
At number 2.
That's
behind Haifa.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So out of all of the people of Arab origin around the world, you're ahead of Shakira. How cool is that? But that must be something a little bit strange to kind of see that, because at one point you were just a student at AUC, just doing your thing, and then all of a sudden you pop up on a poll like that.
You know what? I think that, it was I can say that it was a fun experience to go through, having, seeing people vote for me and keep on voting, the whole time just for that title. I usually, when I'd be nominated, a year ago I was nominated for a music award and I won, and that was so exciting, and I was so happy when all the fans were going crazy, just to keep voting. And that was so funny that it was such a big deal to my fans for me to win this title, or at least to get second place. I think that, at the time as well when I won, I had just turned 19. I was 19, and I don't know, I think, of course it's a compliment.
It's just
but the word sexy compliment is a very different, I don't know,
yeah.
It's just, it's I don't know, I can't speak from, I just can't comment on it, I don't know.
Well, you know what, you're a darling and you deserve to be there. So, how's uni going, by the way? Have you finished at AUC now, or are you still working?
No, I'm still studying at AUC.
Wow.
I took a year off for Star Academy, so I'm a year behind, so I have 2 years left. And I'm taking my time. I'm doing really well, thank God.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be very difficult to juggle work and to juggle my studies as well. But I have to study. Obviously, I have to go to university. But I love my work. I'll never give it up. So I'm taking my time. I'm studying mass communication, broadcasting.
Wow. Oh, yeah. You'll be taking my job soon.
I'm going to come and work
Lara
with you
Scando on Energy. I'll be heading back to England without a job. But that's so cool. And how do you manage to actually fit it all in, though? Because you're kind of traveling all around the world. Sometimes you're in the United States, sometimes you're here in Lebanon, other times you're in Egypt. Is it a matter of just, when you're on the plane, just fitting as much studying as you can between shows and between recordings? Is that how you have to do it, really?
Well, for me, it's simply just self-discipline and time management. I'm not very good with time management, so I'm kind of behind sometimes on everything, not just studies, but work, I have my producer emailing me sometimes going you haven't sent me the song yet, you haven't sent me this yet. So I'm really working on myself. I think it requires a lot of self-discipline and a lot of, good time management, and I keep crossing my fingers that one day I'll be able to know how to do both.
That would be when you master it, when you're all sorted there. So let me ask, there's a lot of people out there who were kind of like you maybe 3-4 years ago, really wanted to break into music and really wanted to be, make a name for themselves, record tracks, make people dance, make people smile. And what's the advice that you would give to somebody who's in that situation?
You know what? I think that the two things that I always say about this, not just this industry, but how to succeed, is that Like I said, you need a lot of self-discipline. I mean, I believe that if you don't have any self-discipline, you won't know how to get anywhere. You really know how to control everything around you. You have to know what you want. I think that it also takes a lot of luck. And it's sometimes a bad thing, sometimes a good thing, but I do believe that luck plays a big role in it, because I know that there's so many talented artists that haven't got their chance yet, and they deserve it so much. I think that, you just have to keep working at it. I don't believe in giving up at all, because if I believed in that, then I wouldn't have been here today, because it requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of sacrifices, but not too many sacrifices, because you don't want to lose who you are. I think that's the crucial thing. I think that's the most important thing, because some people get so caught up in the hype of it all that they just lose so much sense of who they are. And it sounds really cliche, but it's very true.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I really think that's very important. I think that's the most important advice I would give someone, that, do whatever you want to do to succeed. Work hard, hopefully you'll have all the luck you can have, but just don't lose sense of who you are and where you came from.
Makes a lot of sense. Well, it's so good to have you here, Lara, today.
Thank you.
And of course, we're going to get the song on the radio right now. We're going to play Chains. So that's real cool, and we can't wait to hear the new stuff that's going to come from the album. And of course, if we want to keep in touch with you, the best way to do it, I guess, is laraskanda.com.
Yes.
On Facebook as well, and you're on Twitter as well, aren't you?
I am on Twitter. I'm new to Twitter.
Oh,
so
you just
I'm
started tweeting.
Yes, a couple of months ago, but I'm still not very familiar with it. I try to tweet as much as I can, and but I'm very active on Facebook on my fan page, because I've had it for the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. And I'm active on both, but you can keep in touch on either.
See, I'm still not very good at Twitter. I've had Twitter now since, I would say, maybe about 7 months. Only last month I learned to see how people, when they do that thing and they tag you in, I only just learned how to see, like, friends that left me messages from before Christmas. Happy Christmas, dude! And I'm like, well, that's a bit late. It's June. But, it's Twitter, Lara Skandar on there. Just run a search. Facebook as well, laraskandar.com. So good to have you here. And remember,
you so much.
Anytime that you're back in the area, make sure to drop by, because we'd love to see you and we'd love to see how it's going.
I will, for sure. And thank you so much. And I know that you guys have been very supportive about playing Chains on the radio. And I'm really happy, because most of my friends would just text me and be like, it's on the radio now, it's on NRJ and all that. So I'm really, really happy. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. And as somebody who's into broadcasting, would you like to announce your song on the radio right now?
I've actually never tried it. I haven't gone there yet, but I could try.
Go for it.
Okay. Hi, this is Lara Skandar. You're listening to my new single, Chains.